Yo, it's Frenchy. Today's video is going to be on going into care. So, how I ended up going into care system, I'd rung the child line as I explained in the previous video at my friend's house. So, I'd gone to school to do my last exam. Did my exam, failed it under stress. So, they turned around and went, "Oh, you've got to wait to be picked up." I went, "What do you mean to be picked up?" So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. Social worker comes in with another woman. They went, "Mr. French, you're coming with us. We're taking you." So I goes with them, gets in the car. My stuff's all in back. I'm like, "What's my stuff all in back for?" "Oh, all will be told later." So I'm going down motorways, country roads, back roads, farmers' fields, like country roads outside of farmers' fields and stuff and that. I get to this big house and the banging on door. Social worker, management come down. Went, "Oh, is this the new young person what's coming in?" And so it said, yeah, I did all the forms and everything. As soon as I went in, there were metal detectors there. They did all patting and scanning and everything, because it was a Class 8 children's home. All for drugs and knives, guns, everything else. For wherever we were, I didn't even know where we were at the time. So every time you went in, you got patted down and scanned and stuff. So it just got all normal to start with. So I went in, when they did all paperwork with my social worker, with me. I had to sign forms and stuff like that at the time, just to basically give them the rights over me and stuff like that, just so they can do whatever they do at the time. So they went, "Right, I'll show you up to your room." They took me upstairs all the way down this long landing. So I gets to this door. They'd unlocked it. They went, "Right, there's your key." We had his own key for his rooms and stuff. Gets in. They said, "Oh, because you know, the alarms will be set off at 10:30. I went, "What do you mean alarms?" "On your door. You cannot come out your room from 10:30 till 8 o'clock. I went, "Right." So I get to my room, puts obviously my TV, Xbox on the cabinet there. There were only a single bed there and a pair of drawers, them plastic drawers. I'm like, wow. Ensuite, everything. Your toilet were in your room and everything. It was just basically bog standard. It was just horrible. The single bed was made out of wood, like not the bed frame wood. It was plywood. They'd made the bed this ends because, as I'll get on later, there was violence in there and criminal damage. So I'd gone in, I'm thinking, what the hell have I come into? So I'm unpacking everything. Took me about 2 hours to unpack all my clothes and put everything up, like the wires in my Xbox and such and such. So I'd done that. I got a knock on the door. So I opens the door, goes, "Hello?" They went, "Oh, is this Mr. French?" I goes, "Yes." One of the other staff, what I'd not seen, he'd just come back from picking the other young person up. He goes, "Right, I'm making tea. Do you want any? It's such and such. Do you like it?" I went, "Yeah, that's fine." So as I'm waiting for it to come, thinking it'd come to my door and we'd eat in the room, because it looked like we just stayed in this room all the time. So, and then I get another bang on the door later on once I'd sorted everything, and I'm just sat on Xbox, like, just trying to get used to my surroundings, let it all sink into my head, like. Went, oh, your dinner's ready, it's downstairs if you want it. I went, where do I go for it? So they went, follow me then, lock your door and come down. So I'd gone down, they're all sat there. They were from all over the place, one lad from bottom end of the country, one from top, I'm from middle, and they get shipped all over. When they're getting kicked out of other care homes, they come there because it's categorised and stuff like that. As you're obviously all aware with prison service, if you carry on, you go up the categories. I were on Cat A at the time in children's homes, so it was high security. There were locks on windows, what we couldn't open. We couldn't even open those windows. There were like a rope tied to your main thing, to main PVC, to window. So when you opened it, that rope were holding window to thing, so you could not escape. Everything was tied down basically. Window had opened that much. So I'd gone downstairs for something to eat. I picked my plate up and my fork and that, and come to my room, and they were like, excuse me, where you going? I went to my room. They were like, you don't eat in your rooms, aren't you being told? I went, I'm not being told nothing. So I had to eat all around new people. It was horrible. So I ate my dinner, just chucked plate straight into